Hi everyone, this is the last video and this review is about information transfer. This information transfer is all about communication. Communication, or how we use technology to send messages. So let's talk about this technology. Maybe you've heard of it before. It is the radio. The radio sends messages using sound. So how does it work? The radio, a word for transcend, is transmit. So you may see this word a lot. Transmit, send. So radios transmit information using electromagnetic waves. There's many types of electromagnetic waves. We learned about that in term 2. And one of those waves is the radio wave. We cannot see it with our eyes, but it's moving around us all the time. Inside of a radio is a receiver, and that receiver changes the radio wave into a sound wave. So radio waves go in, sound waves come out. And sound waves, we can hear them. So even though we cannot see the radio wave, it is changed into something that our brain can detect, which is sound waves. Okay, so now let's talk about codes. Computers use different codes to work. These codes, the computer's language, if you will, is called binary code. So binary code is it's a pattern that we use to send messages, and we use this in a computer. So as people developed ways to send messages, they came up with different things. One of the first things they came up was the Morse code. The Morse code sends messages using patterns of dots and dashes. So let's look at what they look like. We can compare them. Morse code and binary code are both patterns that send messages. But the binary code uses ones and zeros, and the Morse code uses dots and dashes. Both of them were used to send information or messages. So both of them send messages. This one uses ones and zeros in a computer, and this one used dots and dashes. They could use it as light flashes, as sound going through something, as many different things. But it's a pattern that lets out a message. Now we're going to speak more about how cell phones work. So cell phones also use radio waves. The first thing we do is we put a message into our phone. After we put the message in our phone, the phone will send the message to the cell tower as a radio wave, and the cell tower sends a message back to your friend's phone, and your friend will see the message. So this is how cell phones use radio waves to send messages. And the last technology we're going to speak about is the satellite. Satellites are these things here. They float around in space, they're orbiting the Earth, and as they're moving around, we use them to send information to all parts of the world. Because they are so high up, we can send messages to places that are much further away. And so we're going to now look at how we use the satellite to send messages and how the messages move and why they are useful for us. Okay, so the first thing you have to know is this diagram. Okay, to send the message, I told you you'll see this word a lot. Transmit means to send. So transmitting station is where we send the message. So number one, when we want to send a message, we start by transmitting the message from Earth. We can send all types of things. We could send information like files. We can send videos. We can call someone. So all of these things, when we want to use the internet, stuff like that, we transmit it using the transmitting station. It then goes up. Because it's going up, we say uplink. The uplink sends the information, the video, the call, whatever message you are sending, it goes up. It goes up to space, space. In space, it goes to the satellite. This satellite then makes the message stronger and sends it down. It will send it down as a downlink. So it goes down to Earth as a downlink. And something has to take it. Receive means to take. So the receiving station takes the message. So receive to take, transmit to send. You can look inside of the word. C makes a sound, take, transmit, send. Transmit, send, receive, take. Okay, please learn the order in which this is moving. So number one, messages are sent from the Earth station using the transmitting station as an uplink. It goes to the satellite, which then makes the message stronger and sends it in a downlink to the receiving station. And this is how messages can be sent from one side of the Earth to the other. So why is this type of communication useful? What is an advantage? Advantage means why is it useful? Why do we use it? Well, number one, we can send messages and we can phone people. We can send information, videos, many types of ways to communicate to people in places that are far away where maybe the normal phone will not work. So we can send messages to places where phones, the normal phone line, don't work. And number two, we can send things very quickly. It is very fast. So these are advantages. These are reasons that it is useful. Okay, please give the practice questions a try. These are some practice questions. Remember that this page here is in the review. There are 3 multiple choice questions that we can try. So this is just one example. Please go over the other 2. Okay, please try the review and good luck.